What if we switch shoes? And I do the things that you do. Don't listen my call, erase my phone log, even my text messages too. You would leave me at the drop of a dime, but expect me to stay and act like everything's fine. Oh, what if the roles were reversed and I did shit first? What if the roles were reversed and I did shit first? You would lose your mind, lose your mind, lose your mind. See, I hope she was worth it. Take a shot at this bourbon, 'cause right now that burning's helping soothe the stab to my heart where you've tried to hurt me. No more tears for you, no more years with you. I've invested too much in my life, had it up to here with you. Let me calm myself down, 'cause you ain't worth it now. See, karma will suit you better now that I'm not around. I ain't gon' call you no names, 'cause I've changed. You've helped me be a better woman for my next man. Oh, what if the roles were reversed and I did shit first? What if the roles were reversed and I did shit first? If I did that shit to you, lose your mind, lose your mind, lose your mind, your mind. What if the roles were reversed and I did shit first? What if the roles were reversed and I did shit first? You would have a fucking fit. Lose your mind, yeah, yeah. Lose your mind, 'cause you ain't right. You ain't right. No, you ain't right. No, you ain't right. No. Oh.
Hey, Lauren, come on in. They're waiting on you, Queen.
If I did that shit to you, you would have a fucking fit, and you would call me a bitch. Oh no, oh, you would lose your mind.
Take your thirst and thrill it. Do the do.
I won't pretend that I intend to stop living. I won't pretend I'm good at forgiving, but I can't hate you, although I have tried. I still really love you. Love is stronger than pride. I still really love you. I won't pretend that I intend to stop living. I won't pretend I'm good at forgiving, but I can't hate you, although I have tried. I still really love you. I still really love you. Love is stronger than pride. I still really love you. rise. It's all too clear. Things come and go. Sitting here waiting for you would be like waiting for winter. It's gonna be cold, be snow. I still really, really love you. Love is stronger than pride. I still really, really love you. Love is stronger than pride. I still really, really love you. Love is stronger than.
Hi, how are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Good evening, Queen. You look amazing
Thank
tonight.
you, Queen. I appreciate it. I had to throw something on just a little bit.
How
Let's
because
make
like
myself look better.
everybody was wondering, it's like, where is she? Where is she? We waiting on her.
I'm so
We waiting
sorry.
on her.
I'm
It's
here.
okay. It's okay, hon. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are coming in, please welcome the very beautiful, fierce Lauren Ashley.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. So, what made you get into singing?
What? Wow. So there's music is just like in the family. It's rooted in the family. So
Mhm.
um it started from we had a family in the called the Chevelles. I think they were called the Chevelles. I had a cousin who was in that group back in the day. So started from there, then my grandfather, my father, and it just kind of passed on, and it landed on me. My father was in the music industry. I looked up to him. I had a great music teacher when I went to high school. I went to a high school performing arts, so I had a great teacher, conductor. She was great. So those two were really my inspirations. They started it all for me. They really got me going, got me moving.
Oh, okay. And speaking of the group that you're talking about, the Shivers from back in the day, it's like,
Shirelles,
only
yeah. It's the Shirelles. That's what I just thought about it. It's the Shirelles.
all addition else is like when people like when you talk about somebody I'm gonna talk to somebody about the Shirelles, like most people don't know who they are, but it's like it's just only those people who know a lot about music who know who they are.
Yeah.
They are a legendary group from back in the day.
Right. This is 60s, 50s, 60s, maybe even earlier than that. But this is a long, long time ago. But that just shows where it started, and that's not, I don't even know if that's where it started, but that's just what I know of. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How is it like connecting with people who are well experienced in the music business?
I mean, a lot of people probably wouldn't know about them. Only reason why I know is because, family informed me of it. And then,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I found out about them, I kind of dug deep and, did my homework on who they were, who she was. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but, only if you could connect to that type of music, then
Mm-hmm.
then listeners who are following me or supporters who are following would
Mm-hmm.
understand where that connect comes in. So that's
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way I can bridge the two, because a lot of people wouldn't know about the Shirelles.
Mhm. It's only those people who are well experienced in the business, who've been in the business for an extremely long time, who know who they are,
Right.
who would tell you about them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So your name, Lauren Ashley, is it like your stage name, your name in music, or is that your real name?
That's my real name.
Oh, Lauren Ashley.
Yes,
Okay.
Lauren Ashley. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's my first and middle name, so that's where Lauren Ashley came from.
Because some people would think of that Lauren Ashley is like it's like that's both Lauren and Ashley are both first names.
First names, yeah.
Mhm.
I was actually named after a family member, so Lord, that's where Lauren actually comes into play. But I figured, it kind of made sense. I was going with so many other names. Finally, was like, let me just be true to who I am as an artist, and that was
Mhm.
me. So why not just call myself my name?
Okay. The single Love is Stronger Than Pride, and like you said but that it's like related to a song by about Sade. I have on her shirt.
Oh, hey, let's
hmm
go.
Yeah. But tell me like how was it like producing that song, writing that song, and A Natural wrote that song, right? Love is Stronger Than Pride.
Well, the song was a cover of Sade's "Love Is Stronger Than Pride." So the
Oh,
song was
okay.
written by her team and her,
Okay.
but we just covered it. I had been wanting to do this song for such a long time,
hmm
and I just thought it was such a good vibe. It was such good energy behind it. I loved it. I loved what she was saying, the message. So I just brought it to Nat one day, and I was like, I think this would be a dope song to do. And then Nat was like, all right, and then he was like, we'll work on it. We'll see how we can bridge the gap. And then eventually he came to me and was like, you ready to do the song? And I was like, heck yeah. So once we did it, it was like, it just became what it is today. I mean, it's just, it's still a classic, but to be able to just kind of touch on it a little more and give it a little oomph, I think we did what we needed to do. The assignment was completed.
hmm
Shout out to you.
And I must see that you did covers on a couple of few songs, but we're gonna get to that. And
Mhm.
like when they speaking to Sade, Sade is a legend in the game. She has like songs like Smooth Operator, Love Is
Right,
the Crime.
right.
Um, it is I forgot her other songs, but like Sade is just like like smooth. It's like she's like contemporary.
Yeah.
Contemporary. She's the epitome of contemporary R&B.
Mhm. Mhm.
hmm And when it comes to like your own thoughts, Lauren, when it comes to Sade, what do you think about her?
I mean, I think she's just always had a way of, her messages were delivered. Everybody has their own way of delivering a song. And
hmm
for me, the way
Yeah.
Sade did it was always just real smooth and connected. Um,
hmm
she gave it to you without having to scream. And some people, I'm
hmm
not saying you have to,
Yeah.
they're singers
Uh-huh.
and screamers, but some
Yeah.
people can belt. She's not a belter, so she had to
Uh-huh.
relay her message a lot differently than someone who maybe would be a more of a singer who sung more strongly. But for
hmm
me, Sade was just smooth.
hmm
She had so much charisma
hmm
behind her voice and just attitude, even though it wasn't given in a negative way. It was a way that you can accept and receive. So that's what I took from her. She just did so
hmm
well with that.
And like when you sing R&B, like you said, it's not only about shine. It's like like drawing, like the listener in, the audience in. It's like you gotta listen to the lyrics,
Hmm.
and like other female singers like Toni Braxton, she don't gotta shout when she sings. She's just like very mellow with her deep voice.
Yeah, she's got a nice baritone voice. It's very deep and rich. She's got a very rich voice. So she doesn't necessarily have to do that either, but she's got a great, incredible voice. It carries very well. I love me some
Mhm.
Toni Braxton.
Mm-mm. And you did cover songs on like Beyonce, Chrisette Michelle, and Rihanna.
Hmm.
What like song did you enjoy doing a cover on, and why?
I gotta tell you, my favorite song to cover is "He Loves Me" by Jill Scott. If you ever heard me sing out, that was usually my go-to song.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, to feel that way about a man. I wanted to feel that. So what better way to cover a song like that than to try and put yourself in that position of, knowing how it feels to be loved by a man the right way. So that was one of my go-to songs. I love that song. That's my staple song for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Like, what is like, the best feedback that you received from somebody, like, when you first started singing, and like, to the middle of your singing career?
Um, oh man, I've always been told my tone was amazing. I've been told that I am able to command a crowd or the attention of a
Mhm.
crowd, which is
Yeah.
something you should be able, you want to be able to do. You want to be able
Mhm.
to command your crowd. So for me, when I've heard that when you start hearing it from more than one person, I guess you can just kind of start believing it at that point.
Mhm.
So to know that I'm able to do that, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing what I need to do.
Mhm. Yeah, and you performed them a couple of years ago at some network called So Far in Newark, New Jersey. The name of the single that you performed is Better Than. When I
Mm,
saw you perform, I was like, man, this song is like, it has a lot of meaning. It's like
yeah.
in a class. It's like, teaching
Yeah.
like, on women, not only women, men, that you are better than this.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly
Mhm.
what it's about. It's about knowing your worth, and and understanding like you're more than what you think you are. You're so much better than what you think you are.
Mhm.
And I know, everyone goes through these relationships where, they have their
Mhm.
ups and downs, and
Mhm.
you get to a place in life where your insecurity, your self-esteem is low. You might get
Mhm.
some insecurities there, but
Yeah.
once you realize your worth and know who you are as a person, then you become better than the person you were. So that was the whole purpose behind that song. I mean, it's something I went through, I had to learn from, and I'm so
Yeah.
glad I created it because I got a lot of feedback off of that song. A lot of people love that song for sure.
Uh-huh. And like, it brought me back to like, the relationship that I was in like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Like, and I was just, hey Lenny, how are you? Long time. I miss you, Lenny. I miss you.
Hey, Mindy.
Hey. It's like and I was just saying to myself, when I left that relationship, I'm better off without fake love. I'm better off like, without being used. I'm better
Right,
off happy. I'm better
right.
off like, without being stressed out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
better
absolutely.
off I'm better off going my own way. Like, the words, the two key words, better than,
Better
those are
than.
big words, because it's like,
Absolutely.
people don't want, like, the real ones out there, they don't want fake love, they don't want fake friends, they don't want to be in a fake relationship, they don't
Yes.
want to be depressed for the rest of their life,
Right, right, right.
but they want to have self-esteem, the self-esteem.
It's you hit the nail on the head on everything. Like,
Hmm.
at some point it's just like, when do I worry about me? When do I say to
Hmm.
myself, I am better than this
Yeah.
situation, I'm better
Hmm.
than this friendship, this relationship, this whatever it is
Hmm.
that's making you feel like you are not, who
Hmm.
you are. You
Hmm.
need to leave that situation and realize who you are, and that's when you find out I'm so much better than what I was yesterday. Even things that you do yesterday, even things that you do a week
Hmm.
prior to, I'm better than that. So let me do better this
Hmm.
time around. So
Yeah.
it's an all around song for any type of situation. But
I
I'm
mean,
glad
yes,
you
it's like,
pulled from that.
when it comes to better than, it's like, a whole lot of statements, and sentences pop up in your mind, like, you're better off without you're
Right.
better off you're better off without loving a person who doesn't love you.
Right. Reciprocate. Yeah.
Hmm.
Reciprocation is
Yeah.
reciprocity is like key. I say that every time.
Hmm.
If somebody's not giving you what you're giving, don't waste your time on that. That's
Yeah.
not for you.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, going to your album, Libra. So, what's the purpose of that album, Lauren?
Man, so me as a Libra, I think I don't, for all my Libras out there, shout out to you. Libra
Mhm.
is about, so me as a Libra, I want balance. I crave
Mhm.
balance. To me, that's
Mhm.
something that I like to have. It makes me feel better knowing that things are
Yeah.
going in a balanced way. We can be indecisive sometimes, but
Mhm.
when it comes to we're also very creative people, and I feel
Mhm.
like the album embodies who I am as a person, just wanting
Mhm.
balance, seeking balance,
Mhm.
wanting to you know, having my indecisive ways, because there's songs on there where you're like, well, you know, why are you doing that? You know, but it's just, I
Yeah.
think it incorporates me as a person as a whole. And
Mm-hmm.
Libra, just, that's what it is. It's just a body
Yeah.
of music that gives you all the feels of me as a Libra.
Yeah.
And I go through a lot of things.
hmm And like I'm a Cancer, and like I know about Libras is that they're fearless. They just tell it like it is. They will defend their loved ones, and like it's like when they're in a relationship or like about to be in a relationship, they know how to tell the guy like what it is. No, like you're in the album Dick Shit first, like I
Yes.
was like, oh my God, that's hard. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit first is, that's one of them songs where sometimes you just, you know, it comes to a point where you like, I can only say it but this way for so long before
Mhm,
I just have to now just put it in your face very bluntly. I tried to be nice. I tried to do it in a way where you can receive it. And if you're not
mhm,
receiving it, then maybe I just need
mhm,
to put it in your face and show you, like, so
yeah.
what if this shit was to be done to you? How would you feel? So
Mhm,
yeah, that's
mhm,
kind of where this shit first came from.
And speaking of Libra, like I'm a Cancer, and like it's Cancers, Leos, Cancers, Leos, Virgos,
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorns, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Geminis.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they have a different meaning in that sign, and like certain certain signs is like they say that they failed. It's like Sagittarius are failed. They say Sagittarius are failed. They tell it like it is.
Mm-hmm.
Aries, it's like they say we Cancers are sensitive, but we tell it like it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
I know more about Cancers than I do like Aquarius and Sagittarius. Well, my mother's a Sagittarius, but I don't really know much
mhm,
about her because she's a female. But for Cancers, I know
mhm.
all around. Cancers are emotional people.
Yeah, yeah, like, but we don't take shit. We don't take shit. And if you fuck us over, yeah, it's true. If you fuck us over, oh my God, you will regret the day that you got on our bad side. It's true. Yeah.
I can attest to that. Yes, I do agree with you on that one.
hmm hmm
It's like Cancers. You're right
Yeah.
though. You really are right. I get it. I
Uh-huh.
totally understand.
And Lenny said facts.
I'm not seeing anybody's. Oh my God, I wasn't seeing anybody's responses. Okay, now I see them. Okay, hello everybody.
Thank you everybody for coming in. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation.
Hey man.
Yeah. 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 We are real. We are real.
For sure. Yeah,
And
cancers are real. Yes, they are.
mhm,
Yes, they are. But y'all
yeah.
gotta learn how to dish it the way you can take. You know what I'm saying? Like take it the way you can dish it. That's how y'all cancers have to be. Because cancers are so emotional. They dish it and they be like saying all what they gotta say. When it's time for somebody to tell y'all be like, and then get emotional and then y'all feelings. But it's okay. It's okay. That's why Libras, and if you ever notice, Libras are able to pretty much get along with anybody in the zodiac,
Mhm,
world. So I think that's another reason why being a Libra is cool, because that's balance. Where we can adapt in any type of environment, but we also can say or feel like when something is wrong, like this just
mhm,
ain't the type of right, this isn't the right
mhm,
person. And I know for me, at speaking from myself as a Libra, that's
mhm,
something I can definitely take away. I've been able to be
mhm,
friends with all types of zodiac signs. I don't really have like somebody that I'd be like,
mhm.
is what it is.
Mhm. And I'm going back to your album, Libra. Which songs did you like, enjoy, like, writing the most, and why?
Ooh, which song that I enjoy writing the most? You know what? I'm gonna say Love It Here. And the only reason why I'm gonna say Love It Here is because I wrote that. Me and Nat wrote that song together, and for us, to step out the box the way we did lyrically, I think that was a big, um, that was something the both of us had never done before, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, you know, Nat, I hope it's okay if I say it, but we both grew up in the church. So, you know, certain things shouldn't be talked about. So I think
Mm-hmm.
for us to pull from that and then say,
Mm-hmm.
you know what, fuck it. Not
Mm-hmm.
to be, you know, excuse my language, but at some point, you know, when do you say to yourself, like, I'm grown, like I'm a grown woman, I go through grown things, I'm a grown man, I go through grown things. Like
But you don't
when
act like
can
a grown woman. You don't act like a grown man. You need to show it so that people
right.
could see it.
And so it's just like, why can't I talk about this? Why do I have to? And it was done in a way where it wasn't like in your face, because it was, but it was also very tasteful. It was done very tastefully. And that was what me and Nat wanted to get across, was that you can talk about sex you can be vulgar, but you can also do it in a tasteful way. And I think that we really did a good job in portraying that.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Nat, because boy, oh
Mm-hmm.
boy, that was a fun session, because it was out of both of our elements. We were not used to doing stuff like that. So the fact that we
Mm-hmm.
did that was great.
Mm-hmm. And I listen to I listen to your album, like, like at least 3 times, and I enjoy it because I was like bumping to every song. I was like, man. And I know it took a long time, like, to write and produce each song in that album, because you got to make sure it's good. It puts a lot of work and effort. And like, he said, y'all killed that one. They sure did. They sure did.
Yeah, yeah, and it was done in a sexy and classy way. Exactly.
Hmm.
That's what we wanted to get across. Like, it could be done tastefully. I think tastefully is probably the best word to say, because you can
Uh-huh.
be vulgar and it sounds like, you like, damn, this
Hmm.
sounds crazy, or you could be like,
Uh-huh.
this sounds crazy, but it's so I'm okay with it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I think that's
Hmm.
where that's where we wanted to go with it. I'm
Hmm.
happy that we got the assignment.
Mhm, mhm. And Lauren, there's the key word that needs to be underlined that you said is flavor. Because when it comes to, like, flavor, like, people that listen to the songs, it's like they will say that, oh my gosh, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's salty,
Mm-hmm.
etc.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was spicy. That was definitely
Mm-hmm.
spicy.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like Nat said, we do the assignment. Thank you, Nat.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So like, moving forward, how is it like working with Lenny Harold and A Natural?
Oh, man, I mean, working with them is like working with a family. Like, I can't even say that, because you can really hate your family members. I will say that it's like it's it's effortless. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to try too much. I feel like with Nat and Lenny, they both understand me as an artist and as an
Mm-hmm.
individual, and that's
Yes.
important as an artist, because a lot of people don't look at you as an individual. They just look at you as something to market and make big. But
Mm-hmm.
with Nat and Lenny, they both look at me as an individual first. They
Yeah.
care about my feelings. They ask me how I feel about things
Hmm.
before we move forward with anything. Even if it's something that they found out, they always run it past me. And I think that is one of the best things you can have in a team, because they're looking out for me personally, my interests. Am I comfortable? How do I
Hmm.
feel? And that's important to have in a team, because you got people out here who are under teams where they just like, fuck it, I don't care how you feel. We're gonna get this check. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna call it a night. They don't do that, and I love
Hmm.
how they let me be myself authentically. So working with them is like, it's like right left hand. That's how it
Hmm.
feels.
And it's a good thing that but they but that you're working with them, because they are good teachers, and they're good teachers, and they know a lot about music. And like, those of you who are on here who don't know who Lenny Harrow is, he is formerly one of the groups from the 90s, um
Mm-hmm.
a male group, Blackstreet.
Blackstreet.
Mm-hmm. Why
Shout
the
out to
face?
Lenny.
Why the face?
He got the sad eyes. Don't be crying. Don't be tearing up. You are super
You
special.
are amazing, Lenny. We love you.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Nat is just a genius. He's
Mm-hmm.
with production, with vocal arrangement, with
Mm-hmm.
production. I mean, he's just a genius.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, you put two people like that together who are already really close, and then you add me.
Mm-hmm.
I've known Nat for almost. I think I just saw something. I think it's been almost 13 years. I've known Nat for
Wow, that's amazing.
absolutely. I didn't realize it until I looked at a video or something like that. And it was like, this was on Facebook. It was a memory. It popped up 10 years ago. But I knew, I was like, damn, I've known him way longer than that. So it's got to be 12 or 13 years. But that shit is crazy. I met Lenny maybe 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, it's just amazing how time flies. But, you know, just to be in a circle of guys who just,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, have your best interests at heart. They have good energy, and energy is important to me. Again, as a Libra,
Mm-hmm.
we work off of energy. So to
Yeah.
know that you have good energy who is around you, who is supporting you, and not
Mm-hmm.
like there's no low key hate or anything. Because you gotta understand,
Mm-hmm.
these are also two artists who have music out and are now saying we're gonna help push another artist out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't come across that every day. You don't come across that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we also need to give a big shout out to Lenny for being the photographer in your video
Oh yeah.
Love is Stronger Than Pride, and the photographer while you was performing Better Than Live.
Yes, he did photography and videography. Yeah, let's put that out there.
Yes.
he did
He
he
did
did
an
the whole
awesome job.
video to Love is Stronger Than Pride. He did back you know, BTS. Also Nat did too. But he did, this just goes to show how creative Nat is. Both of them, because the vision is collective. I can't even, you know, you can't get one without the other, because they both
Mm-hmm.
just they work off of each other, and then we all
Mm-hmm.
just we bounce off of each other, especially with everything. Nat gets me musically, Lenny gets me artistically and visually.
Yeah.
He understands the assignment every time. They both do.
Mm-hmm. And tell us about your other singles that are not on your current album that you just released. Your other singles what are we doing?
Oh, wow. What are we doing? Whoa, what are we doing? Hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll put that, that's got to be a re-release. But
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing? Yeah, oh man, that was a song I put out as a single 2019, I think. Maybe even 2018, but at that time I had just finished. I mean, I was 3 years in, but I had my baby, maybe 2 years in. I had just had my daughter Peyton,
Aw.
and you know, when that song came out, it was almost like my reintroduction, me reintroducing myself as an artist, because I had taken such a while off. I took some time off because I needed to be a mom. I needed to get that schedule in. I needed to learn my daughter. I didn't want her to see me off and out. I didn't want her to grow up without me being around.
Yeah.
So for me, it was important to give those first 2 years to her.
Yeah.
And I think after that, it was like, mommy, I had the itch, and it was like, it's time for me to get back into it. So what are we doing was just that song that was like, all right, let's get out here. And shout out to my brother Corey, he produced that, and that was a song that kind of just got me back into it. So that's one of my favorite songs too. Yeah. What do we do?
Now, how is is motherhood like for you, Lauren?
Busy, because my daughter
Mm-hmm.
don't sit still.
She's 3, right? How old is
She'll be 5 in December, actually.
she's a
Yeah,
Sagittarius?
that's why I said
Oh,
I know
and she's a
Sagittarius.
rough baby, huh?
Yeah, she is. How you know? God damn.
Because
Yeah,
like we said, Sagittarius are fearless.
Oh, well, she's definitely fearless. I will say that. My daughter, she loves music. She's very musically inclined. She can
Mm-hmm.
hold the tune. She can hold the note. And I'm not just saying that and being biased. My baby can actually do that. She's smart. She can read. So, you know, for me, it's just seeing that is it's just amazing to watch her grow. That's my baby. So
Mm-hmm.
I miss her. I miss her so much because she's out right now. But that's my baby. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. If it wasn't for her, I really don't know. You know, people say that, but I don't think people realize how true that is. You really don't know where you'd be if you didn't have a child to really kick you in the high gear, and she kicked me in the high gear for sure.
Yeah, kids are a blessing. You know,
Yes,
like most people say that having kids are hard, but like, you know, you just need to, like, you know, see it for yourself. Like, you know,
yeah,
kids are a blessing. You know, but God will give you kids, like, you know, for a reason.
yeah. He definitely brought her into town for a reason. But
Mhm,
don't get me wrong, motherhood is hard.
mhm,
Motherhood is hard,
mhm,
especially when you want to continue doing the things you want to do in life, you know.
mhm,
But she pushes me. Like, she encourages me
mhm.
when I play her my music. She's like, "Mommy, that sounds so good." She's proud. She's a proud baby.
Yeah.
She
Uh-uh.
tells people all the time, "That's my mommy on TV. That's my mommy." Like, that
Mhm,
makes me feel good and want to just
uh-huh.
push and keep
Yeah.
going for her because I know she's
Mhm,
looking up to me in some way. And that makes
mhm.
me feel good. So I have to be I have to be a great representation for her as a mother, as an artist, and as a singer. Yes, for sure.
And like, you know, as a child, like, you know, going on 4 or 5, it's a good thing that she's learning, like, you know, about music at that age, because, you know, it speaks a lot. You know, it's like a story. It's like, you know, speaking in a sentence, and like, you know, when she's at the age of where she's talking a whole lot.
Oh
You know,
yes.
she's learning her she already knows her ABCs, her
Yeah.
1, 2, 3s.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, colors, like, you
Yep.
know, or what's, like, you know, this item, what's that item.
Yeah, Peyton has surpassed all of that. Peyton can count to 100. Peyton knows her ABCs, her colors. She knows her shapes. She's reading. My child is reading books to me. So she
Mhm,
is a very smart kid. She's also
mhm,
just a creative. She just loves to sing. If it's she's musically inclined is what I'd say. Anything
mhm.
music she's into. She loves to dance. uh, she moves as soon as music comes on. It's like it's in her. I think there was an interview where Michael Jackson was talking about how music is just in him. He hears it, and he just starts moving. That's my daughter. As soon as she hear music, it's over. She gonna create a dance routine. She'll beatbox. She'll sing it. She does everything. My daughter is
Mhm.
the best, and I'm gonna groom her to
Aw.
be as best as she can be.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good thing.
For sure.
No, okay, Lauren, growing up, what 5 singers did you look up to, and why?
Oh wow, what singers? All right. So I'll give. So all right. So I loved me some. Um. Oh my gosh. What's his name? Unforgettable. That's what you are. I can't think of his name. Unforgettable. I can't think of his name. Nat King Cole. I also loved Blue Eyes. He. I can't think of his name either. He was a
What,
white singer.
Smokey Robinson?
No, he was a white singer. Sinatra, Frank Sinatra. Then I like moving forward. I was big on Anita O'Day. She was a jazz singer. Billie Holiday. I mean, I'm taking it really old school, but that's what I grew up listening to.
Hmm.
Um, and then I mean, if I had to give another person, I mean, Beyonce, of course, as far as like everything, stage presence,
Hmm.
entertainment. You had Janet. Janet was another person. You know, she was just
Hmm.
entertainment wise. Brandy. There's so many people I can list. I cannot really
Hmm.
name just like 3 or 4. I can't.
No, so you looked up to them?
Uh, I mean, there's so Tony Braxton, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. There's so many.
That's more
I
than
was.
5, but it's okay.
I have to. I know. That's what I'm saying. I was such a well-rounded kid. My dad was a jazz musician, but he loved artists. He loved Tony Braxton. Like that was one of his favorite singers. And I used
Hmm.
to listen to her because he listened to her. So being around my father, that's where I learned about jazz. Anita O'Day, Billie Holiday, Etta James. You know, all these people who gave you jazz music. Oh, so many. I can't even think of them right now. But you know, Louis Armstrong. So I can run down, but I can't think of them off the top of my head right now. But my
Hmm.
upbringing with music was very diverse. I
Uh-huh.
can't just tell you one thing.
Wow. Oh, wow. So you listen to like, a whole lot growing up. And I did the same thing too.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's fun to be brought up around different types of music because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just set in one box. I also grew up listening to gospel. I also grew up listening to
Mm-hmm.
country. I also listen
Yeah.
to opera. So when I say that
Mm-hmm.
I was well rounded musically, I was well rounded. Like between
Mm-hmm.
my mother and my father, I had two different
Uh-huh.
sounds coming into my brain. I just had no. I was like, yo, I'm picking and choosing from everything, and that's what I did.
Uh-huh. And even when I was younger, it's like, I could tell like, everybody about music. Like I growing up, I listened to cultural music, I listened to jazz. Like this was back in the like, late or mid 90s. It's like, I
Yeah,
had jazz CD in my house and like it just played jazz, no singing. It's
hmm
like, no nothing, just jazz. And I enjoyed it.
yeah, yeah. Jazz was soothing. Even
Hmm.
when my daughter was born, I mean, I used to sing her lullabies all the time, all of these Disney
Hmm.
songs. There was one in particular, I don't even know what it's called, but it's a dream, it's a wish your heart makes when you're fast.
Oh, no
Oh, that one,
way.
A Whole New World. I never really sang her that
By
because
Aladdin.
that other one
I
I used to
love
sing her
that.
that all the time, and she fell asleep every time.
Hmm.
And then I played classical in the car with her. We listened to classical music in
Hmm.
the car. She loves classical music. She
Hmm.
will just be how
Yeah.
I was,
Hmm.
just very
Yeah,
diverse with
yeah,
music.
because classic music is the best. It's like,
Yes,
the music nowadays is like garbage. It's
it's
like,
very
they're
rare.
not even singers. They're like, like rappers.
Yeah,
Singers
yeah,
trying to be like rappers.
for sure. But shout out to her. You got singers
Oh,
like
oh, I
her. I
like
love
her.
her. You know what I'm saying? She's young, but
Her,
she,
Bruno Mars,
yeah,
Melanie Fiona, Daniel Caesar,
facts.
Snow Allegra.
Facts. Yes. Yes. Jasmine Sullivan. You can't forget Jasmine.
Oh yes.
You
She
can't forget people.
it's like, she a gangster like you. I break your windows in your car. Mm-hmm.
She a little more gangster than me. I ain't gonna bash your car windows in, but
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, yeah. What is
Mm-hmm.
my hit song? What is my hit song? By me or like is this I think her name is Sherelle. I don't know. Are you asking like what is my personal hit song or what is my me Lauren Ashley's hit song? Because that's a difficult question. But I'll get back to you when she confirms what she's talking about. But what? Yes, please continue.
Hmm.
So
It's like, when you're an R&B singer and you got that gangster, like, attitude flavor in you, oh my God, it draws the listener and the audience in.
yeah, I think at some point you have to say to yourself like, I'm tired of, and this is me as a person, which
Hmm.
is conveyed in my music.
Hmm.
At what point do you stop being nice
Hmm.
and really just like putting your
Yeah.
foot down and saying it with
Hmm.
because clearly you've been saying it the nice way, you've been trying to be
Hmm.
nice about it,
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
tried to do it in a way where it was respectful.
Hmm.
Now I gotta be an
Yeah.
asshole because you
You
didn't
gotta put your foot down
you
and
do
like, let somebody know you're not
exactly
gonna take my kindness for my weakness.
exactly
You're
exactly
not gonna walk all
period
over me. You're not gonna take advantage of me.
period period exactly.
Hmm.
So that to me was what needed to be said. And you can hear it in some songs where I'm yelling at you. I'm not even yelling at you. I'm talking to you. Because at this point,
Hmm.
when what they always say, if a woman's calm when she's talking to you, that means she's done.
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
not going to yell and scream no more. At this point,
Hmm.
I'm just going to talk to you and let you know, like, I'm done. I'm over
Yeah.
it. I don't have to
Hmm.
scream. I don't have to yell. I don't have to do any of that. I'm just going to let you
Hmm.
know quietly
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. You washing your hands and like,
Yeah.
say enough is enough. Time
Yeah.
for you to go your own way and let me live my life. Let me live in
Exactly.
peace. I don't want
Exactly.
no stress in my life. I want to be happy.
Exactly. Exactly. And your happiness comes first. So that to me is I hope that Libra gives that message to people. When you hear it, you can say
Hmm.
to yourself, whatever you're going through, I hope it hit a nerve for everyone. Whatever you're going through, I hope my song was able to either pull you through it or get you out of it. So
Amen. Amen.
that's what I hope Libra did for anybody, whether it was good, sad, bad, or mad, whatever it was. I hope you can say to yourself, and my songs help you, even if you're in a bad relationship and you're trying to get out, help you see who you are as a person. If you're happy, there's some good songs on there where it's about being single and happy, or being in a relationship and being happy. Having a guy like Vibes. Having a man, just be that guy where you like to the moon and the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd cross the river or the ocean for you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's the type of love you want.
Yeah.
At some point you want to feel that. You want to wake up to coffee on your nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
Like assorted fruit in a bowl with juice. Hello,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important for everybody to feel that at one point, for everybody to want to have a quickie or a guy who you go to on a regular basis, who's that pull up on you every time. I think every song is something that everybody could say. And it's not just catered to females, it's catered to everybody. Everybody should be able to be like, I like this, not just females, rooting for me. I want it to be relatable to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Lauren,
My hit song. Oh, she did answer. Okay, Lauren, my hit song. Yeah, I gotta agree with
single
T.
weather.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say all the songs to me are hit songs. I think the team kind of gave me that too, because all of them to me, when I listen to all of them, I can't just say this is my favorite, because they really are all my favorites. I mean, and that's just me personally. Sherelle, I hope I'm saying your name right. You'll have to listen to it yourself, and then you can determine which one is your favorite. I hope all of them are, but to me, yeah, I think all of my songs are my favorite, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, okay. Lauren, you want the audience to like hear you like sing something, because A Natural was like talking about like he wants you to sing the cover for Beyonce, and like a song from your album.
Cover to Beyonce? Which
Yeah,
Beyonce
he
song?
said it earlier.
Oh, she calling you out. What song, Nat? Because I don't know what Beyonce.
I think it's Hello. That's the song from Beyonce that you sung a cover
Dang.
for.
Who said that?
That was A Natural City said that. You remember you said that from the beginning?
So I can do a little bit of Hello if I remember the words. I hope I remember the words. Okay, let me see. Hello, right? Hello. Okay. Love the way you walk into a room, body shining, lighting up a place. And when you talk, everybody stops because they know you know just what to say. And baby, I respect your friends. I don't know if I'm saying the right words, because I respect you for that. And when you're grown, you take care of your love, you love along. I love that you don't fly me away. Don't need to buy a diamond key to unlock my heart. Shelter my soul, you're my fire when I'm cold. I want you to know you had me at hello, hello, hello. It was many years ago, baby, when you stole my cool, 'cause you had me at
It's okay if you don't remember. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I was like,
oh no.
yeah, no, I couldn't hear you. It just like cut off for like a few seconds. But I heard you sing, and you sounded
good.
amazing.
Okay, good. I did see that it went to 20%. All right, my phone's about to die. That's why.
Oh, and oh my goodness, it's like you sounded amazing, amazing.
Thank you. It was mad low, but yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, Queen, thank you so much for stopping by this evening, for being the special guest of my podcast.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen that are on here, please download her new album, Libra, on Spotify, iTunes,
Yes. Yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes, yes.
on the dope songs. And, I hope y'all have a blessed evening.
Yes. Wait, let me just give a shout out to Natural City Music, to Drink Up the Music. That's Lenny and that's Nat. Also to the producers who did some all the production on the track, or some Nat, Corey, Tone, Colson, Damon. I'm sorry, Darren, Joey, Farrow, Nat. Everybody who played a part, writing, anything. Thank you, thank you, thank you for
Mm-hmm.
helping. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Libra,
All
Libra,
right.
Libra. Go get that. It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Go get it.
Mm-hmm. Have a blessed night, Queen.
Thank you. You too, Queen. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay, bye.
Bye.